All right, we're all good here? All right, thank you everybody for coming here to the February 6th planning meeting. As you might notice from the calendar, we're only about 6 weeks away from the convention, so time is getting a little bit short for us, and we only have 2 more planning meetings after this. If you've got deadlines, start keeping an eye on them now. Before we get fully started, we got just a few random announcements. Troy, taking the term chairman a little bit literally here, will be starting for us.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody coming out and everybody joining us online. We're 39 days away from the convention. Please make sure any deadlines that have come up to you from any of the other departments, please make sure you are hitting that, whether it be themes, con suite, those sorts of things. Please make sure you're keeping an eye on your emails for those sorts of things so we can get everything in by those deadlines. I don't know if anybody else has had the opportunity to see this year that we 2 out of 4 of the marketing videos that we have put together have been put out onto our social media and using some YouTube bumpers, and we've got about 10,000 views on those 2. So if you haven't seen them, they're at least they're very well done and very well put together. So I invite you to take a look and view those. I will leave the rest of the announcements for rooms and registrations and stuff like that to the other vice chairs, but please make sure you're hitting those deadlines and making things easier on yourself and the other department heads that are asking you to meet those deadlines. So thank you.
All right, before we get quite to those deadlines, let's do our partners, which I know GPS has some announcements they'd like to make.
Hello, Geek Partnership Society is where we are right now. I'm also an officer there as well as also a member of Anime Detour. Upcoming events for Geek Partnership Society, we are going to have a virtual charity auction during MarsCon the week before Anime Detour. I would say we should be open for Anime Detour, but you're going to be doing something else. Okay, joke's bad. Now, we also will be at MiniCon. And I think that's Memorial Day weekend, and we, pandemic allowing, we will have our annual picnic at Columbia Heights Park the second Saturday of June. Plus, we have our pirate cruise again, pandemic allowing us, on the St. Croix River on the second Sunday of July. I can testify that both of these events are pretty fun, because I'm there. Thank you very much. Yes?
How many ships can we expect to live during a pirate cruise?
1. Well, we might get 2. The St. Croix Packet is a place that has steam paddle boats in Stillwater. We get on there, we go up the St. Croix River, we go down the St. Croix River, we sing songs, we have raffles, and we drink. It is an adult cruise. Anyway, also, we are open for room rentals, like this room and the other rooms. So if you needed a bigger place to rent, we are open. Go to our website, geekpartnership.org. We all follow all COVID policies in place. That's it. You want me to do it? Okay. Hi, I'm president of the Anime Twin Cities Incorporated Board, and well, I've made myself dizzy. Anyway, not much to talk about because we're all busy with the upcoming convention. However, the month behind the convention is the board elections. We have several spaces open. So if you wanted to get into the higher level workings of Anime Twin Cities Incorporated and Anime Detour, you can come send an email to the board and announce your candidacy, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can about what needs to be occurring, what needs to happen to be on the election slate. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to ask me or any other board member. Yes, and sorry, I got confused. And let me know. Okay, thank you very much. If the person who was supposed to meet me for programming to join staff shows up, I have to go to another meeting, so I'll let them know that I'll talk to them later, okay? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dave, for the ATC announcements, and thank you, Dave, for the GPS announcements. Convenient when they're the same person. So just some general announcements before we get into the actual divisions here. As we know, today is the last day for general registration for the convention. Anybody who hasn't registered, needs to get in by today. Staff do have a couple extra weeks for registration, so if you haven't registered as staff, make sure you're talking to Clarissa, because you're going to have to do that directly through her. Clarissa, you want to wave for the people who are here? Make sure you're getting in your information to her, because we do need everybody registered in the system, even the people who are going to qualify for the free badge via the 12 hours of working. Oh, yeah, no, that's separate. Yeah, that's just to make sure that everybody does need to do that to get their badge. Separate from that is all the department heads know we need to get the staff list in, so everybody needs to be on the staff list to get the staff badge here too. That's more for the department heads, making sure that your staff is accounted for, who we've already talked to this at length about, but maybe if you're not getting our staff emails, check with your department head to make sure you are on that list. We've got a couple of the deadline announcements coming up, but we'll probably hit those with the relevant departments here too. So anybody want to start with their division first? It looks like Andy will be.
Thank you, Michael. My name is Andy. I am the vice chair overseeing the departments of charity auction, facilities, merchandise, tabletop gaming, volunteers, and themes. So as far as, I'll take this call later. No, I'm good, thanks. Updates from facilities. Room sets are due February 19th. So departments, if you have not yet finalized the layout of your space, please get them into Tony of Facilities by February 19th. Unfortunately, there will not be food trucks around the Hyatt for Detour 2022. That just wasn't a feasible option amongst all parties. So that's something that we hope we could bring back for later years. But for this convention, there will be no food trucks around the Hyatt. Although there are still plenty of establishments in the vicinity of the hotel that will be happy to serve food to you, as well as there will be options within the hotel for food. Also, the Hyatt has let us know that there will be generic surgical masks like this kind available at the Hyatt front desk and in your coffee shop. So if you're caught in a pinch without one, you could get one easily enough. Let's see. Nothing directly for merchandise, although this is tangential to logistics. So if we're able to get enough people to help with load-in, such that we could get all of merch's stuff in the hotel early enough on Thursday, that will make it easier for merch to distribute the staff T-shirts. So if you're able to help out with logistics, with load-in, that's another reason to do so that it'll be easier to pick up your staff shirts. Let's see. Themes. So the theme still needs programmable content from the following departments: video gaming, guest signing schedule, although that will be part of programming, right? When the programming grid gets finalized, okay? And any mobile app links, and the staff list and sponsors. And let's see what else. And volunteers is also waiting for the programming grid to be finalized, which will be February 19th. Is that right, Dave? Yes. Okay. And that's all the updates I have.
All right. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm one of the vice chairs for Anime Detour. I have 6 departments with all different announcements, so we'll just start from the top and make our way down. ComSuite. Department heads, your Volcon food requests are due February 15th. Please make sure you get those into Michelle by that date. Also, for all general attendees, we will not be having a general ComSuite this year. That has been removed. We will still have a Volcon for our staff volunteers. I just wanted to make that announcement so everyone was aware. We will also be making a social media post about that in the near future. Cosplay. They are solidifying their last judge, and they should be good to go to have a cosplay masquerade this year. Exhibit hall. Vendor payments, for the most part, are in. We're just waiting on a few stragglers that had extension requests. Email was just sent out to all our vendors requesting information about the tables, the badges, and words are hard today. I blame the concert I went to last night. We sent an email out to the vendors requesting information about badges and tables that they need, and then also sent them a link to their hotel room so they could book them. For guests, we are finalizing our autograph policy. That will be posted shortly in about the next week or two. For IT, we have licensed a new digital scheduling app. IT is currently working on this, so it should be ready in time for the convention. I know our department head will be reaching out to programming at the very least to get information that needs to be uploaded into this app. And then logistics. They are still looking for staff, as Andy just mentioned. The more people we have, the quicker we can load in and load out of the hotel, and everyone can be on their way. They are hoping to have the first load of items at the hotel at 8 a.m. on Thursday. We might load the truck early Wednesday night if we have enough staff to do that. And tech. There will be Osha Training after the meeting today, and also after the meeting on February 19th. This is required if you wish to be anywhere near main stage. And then video. They are finalizing their streaming rooms right now. They will also be having a video selection staff meeting next weekend to create a slate of titles to show in our disc rooms. And then they just need to get in contact with themes, which I will reach out to after the meeting. So that is all I have. Thank you.
Hi again. I'm Michael, the last of the vice chairs here. So just real quick for programming, all the panel submissions are closed now. Anybody who submitted a panel should have got a confirmation email this week, or will get a confirmation email this week that the panels have been submitted. They are working on the grid, as was mentioned, that it should be done by the 19th. If you're wondering what this grid is going to look like, if you want to plan your working schedule around certain panels, the heads should find out about that sometime after the 19th. So talk to your heads, but you won't be able to find that out till at least 13 days from now. So give Dave some time there. Just a couple highlights of stuff we do have set for the moment. We do have the Minnesota Minx's Burlesque show is going to be Friday night in main programming. All the 18-plus panels are going to be on Saturday night. Unfortunately, due to some scheduling things, the children's room we have been planning on, unfortunately, we're not able to do this year. We should hopefully be able to do it next year. But we do have a maid cafe from Kitaku Maid Cafe, who, if you did our If you saw our online convention, they helped out with one of the maid cafe shows during that. So we're excited to see what they can bring for us here. Concom, they are still looking for extra staff help. As we've mentioned a couple times here, if you work 12 hours on staff during the convention, you do get your badge for free. So if you're at a department where you're only working 6 to 8 hours, you can do some cross-training with Concom and easily pick up another 4 to 6 hours that they will greatly appreciate and we will greatly appreciate, and you'll get your free badge out of it. So it's something to consider if you're looking to pick up extra hours helping out with the convention. They have also sent out radio request forms. If you're a department head, make sure you are getting those back so that we can assign radios to you. Everybody on the staff list should have seen at least the radio training form that you do have to fill out watch the video and answer the short quiz on it in order to actually work the radios for anybody on staff. So make sure you're filling those out. Even if you're not sure if you're going to use the radio, do the training. Otherwise, you're definitely not going to be able to use the radios at all. Yeah, it's only 20 minutes, so it's quick, it's easy. Just fill it out. It gives you a lot more leeway. Registration, as we mentioned before, the general registrations do close today, and rollovers and transfers close next week, the 13th, right? Yep, so a week from today for any rollovers and transfers to close. Otherwise, everything will be at door. And as we mentioned before, all the staff, what did we say the staff registration closed? March 6th? Yeah, staff registration actually closes March 6th, but after today, you have to go straight through Clarissa to get that. So make sure you are registered. If you have not registered for a badge, you cannot be staff. You can't attend the convention without registration, so don't forget it. Room parties, they've all been allocated and notified, so they are all pretty well set to go. I don't have the final count. I forgot to look at the list here before we started, but I believe we are down a few room parties compared to our usual years just because of pandemic and everything. So we're still within our expectation ranges there. Artist Alley, they've all been set. They're all just waiting for the convention to go. All of their artists have bought in, paid, and all of that allocation is complete as well. Reservations, rooms will close February 16th. The hotel just closes the block on the 16th. If you've not gotten a room yet, get it in before the 16th. Rooms are starting to sell out. We only have a limited number left even for the staff blocks. So make sure that if you've not filled out the staff block room reservation, that you get it into us. Otherwise, you may have to start looking at the Hilton or the Millennium overflows. If you put in for an executive suite per my email last week, I'm in the middle of assigning all of those. If I can get you transferred down to one, I'm going to be trying to notify people today about it. There's a lot of people who responded very fast, so I'm doing this on a first-come, first-served basis. If you don't hear from me by tonight or tomorrow, it unfortunately means I probably don't have room for you right now, pending if somebody else drops out of the suite late. But at least make sure that you've got your general rooms in so we can get you sleeping in the hotel. Don't try and work 72 hours at the convention without sleep. I've done that. It's not good. Yeah, that makes you a vice chair, and nobody wants that. Actually, we do, because unfortunately Andy is stepping down at the end of this year here. So anybody who is interested in becoming a vice chair and doesn't want to work 72 hours at the convention to announce it, please come talk to us. We'd be interested in trying to get any information that you might be curious about and any statements of interest so we can start taking an eye on who will be replacing Andy here next year. We do need extra help. Even if you don't end up getting chosen as a vice chair, just telling us you have an interest in it is a good way of letting us know that you want to move up in the convention. It's a great way of just putting your name out there so we can start keeping an eye on roles that we can have you help us out with. Otherwise, as we've been mentioning, there's less than a month and a half until the convention. What was that, 39 days, Troy? Yep, 39 days. Make sure that you are going over everything your department is doing. Make sure you're crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's. It's been over 2 years since we've done this convention, so double checking that all of your processes are good and ready and you're not just counting on stuff from 2 years ago that may have been slipped aside and forgotten about. might do us all a favor that we're not doing last-minute scrambling the weekend of the convention. As used to that as we all are, we want to avoid that if we can. It's not good for any of our heart rates. Otherwise, everybody, please make sure you're signing in up front here or signing in online on the Google form there if you're watching us online. Then, barring any other thing, Troy, you got anything else for us? Well, I believe we are good here for the regular meeting. Make sure that we all, if you need to talk with anybody, you're getting that talking done now. Because, yeah, 39 days, everybody. Thank you.